On this episode, Tacoma's headed off to the body shop. We'll check out the bed that's already been worked on, then bring it back and start doing final assembly. Tacoma's off to paint, so I'll just do a quick overview here. We got the back half, everything's all fabricated, ready to go, painted up. Temporary air lines, we didn't want to put a bunch of stuff on it to go to the body shop, so we just have kind of the bare essentials to make it roll. Front suspension, same thing. It's all painted up, reassembled. Master conversions in. Inner wheel wells are done, fabricated, as you've seen in all the previous videos. We go through all that step by step. So now we're going to load it up on the trailer and take it to the body shop. Made it to the body shop. Gonna unload the truck. He's already had the bed for a little while, so we're gonna go in here and check it out. Looks really good. So there's the tailgate. We ended up doing a spray-on bed liner that uses the toner of the truck. You can see it's gonna be, so here's the underside. We got it all finished out, painted black, standing up on its end. It's all body worked, ready for final. And look at this. This is so awesome. Bright orange. So it's Raptor liner. So there, remember we were talking about, this was all sectioned before. This is where all the sectioning was. All looks factory. We'll get the bed flipped over here on its end and show you that, but looks really good. Here, I'll grab a paint chip and we'll go outside and check it out as well. All right, we got the bed flipped up on the cart. Check this out. This is that Raptor liner. We got everything. This seam's all sealed up. That's for the fuel door. Can't even tell where it's been sectioned. I mean, most people are gonna look at this and not gonna realize it's even a section bed, raised floor, nothing. All in primer, ready for final block. Then he'll shoot the color on it. We'll roll it outside here and you can see the color comparison as well out in the sun, because it's got a lot of pearl in it. Inside tailgate, it's got the Raptor as well. So as I mentioned before, it's pretty much just a stock bed. There's two modifications we did. We welded in a roll pan here on the rear. Just a simple roll pan welded in with license plate pocket. And then we shaved the gas filler door there in the side, which would have been right in here, because now we have the fuel cell back here and the fill here through the bed, so we didn't need that. So we did those two modifications. Now we got it rolled out in the sun. You can see how bright, how good this looks. And then here I got a spray out of the color. It's gonna be hard to kind of tell with the camera, but lots of pearl in it. It really flops, so if you get that on there, did a really good job of matching the color on the spray in. And then depending on which, if it's in the shade like that or if it's in the sun, it's gonna change a lot of color, look real good, bright orange. Now we just got to get this ugly truck in primer and all blocked out to look like this, and he can shoot it all. So stay tuned, we'll let him do his thing, come back when the truck's all ready. Next time you see it, this thing will probably be bright orange. Back at the body and paint shop to pick up the Tacoma. Let's go check it out. Here we go. Check that out. Dang, it is bright. That's orange, and dang, it looks a lot different. Really good. Look at that. Needs help putting the bed on, so we're here to bolt the bed on, transport, but he painted it all together, well, all the same time, but the bed was off so he could paint the entire truck, because the color's a little tricky with all the pearl and flake and everything in it. Check this out. It looks way good. And the color really does flop. It goes from almost like a light copper color in the sun to dark orange. All right, let's check out under the hood. You got that all under the hood, inner fenders. And we got the firewall painted and all the inner tubs and everything, so they're all black. Looks really good. Don't mind the chickens. He's got a lot of chickens. They like to screw with the audio here, but you'll just have to listen to them. Welcome to Idaho. Look at the front end there. Looks really good with that chrome bumper strip and then the rest of it painted. I really like that look. We'll get the bed put on, get her loaded on the trailer, and head back to the shop. Back. We just pulled off the bed. We're gonna go through and put together all the stuff on the back half. Fuel cell, air lines, brakes, all that stuff. Now you probably saw the time lapse there of us putting the whole back half back together. We just had it basically as a roller at the paint shop. We didn't want a bunch of the stuff on it through body and paint work, so here's just kind of a walk around of everything back installed. We're getting down to the final deal. So you can see we've plumbed all the air lines in there. We got the ride height sensors. Here's what we talked about. So we got all the wires put into the cab, and then we'll show you inside the cab and what we're gonna do with the ECU mounted in there and some of the electrical for the level ride. So there's the block, comes back, plumbed in the tank, fuel cell, it's all in there, air lines or compressors, and then we did some of the reluming for the tank and then got it wired in, sender, and then we got like license plate light and all the bunch of the factory harness tail lights, and then got it all wired up through here. You can see there's a little bit detailed look. Rear brakes with the brake lines there on the housing and everything. You know, the unpainted drive line doesn't look great right now, but we can take care of that. Everything's all painted. Yeah, then we're able to put the bed on, adjust the mounts, and get her set up. So we didn't really show much of it, but we're gonna go around here, and we pulled all the carpet and everything out of it and like stripping the interior. So you can see, I mean, we even jammed the truck, pulled all the windows, everything off, painted the whole truck, jammed it and everything so it didn't look like a half-assed job. So here's kind of what we got laid out. And so those wires come through the cab over here, and it's probably hard to see with light. We need to probably put some light in here, but there's like the jack spot there and then there underneath the rear and the extended cab. So we're gonna set the ECU in there, and then we made this panel. Let me pull it out here so we got a little better light. So we just made this quick little panel. It's got the circuit breakers, power wire junction, ground junction, ECU, and the relays for both compressors. So just a little basic panel, sheet metal that we made, and that will mount inside here, and then let all the wires go through, and then like some of the wiring will go underneath, and over there you can see part of it. I don't know how well you can see it, but part of them go out there and then outside the cab. So, and then we can run our powers and grounds from under the carpet from the front to the back and all that. So we're just kind of going over that. So I thought I'd talk about that real quick. And then back here, so the wires come out of the cab there, and the wires come out of the cab right there, and then join in with the rest of the looms. So that makes it really simple to put all that stuff inside and then protected from the weather. All right, we're gonna run around here, open up the hood. I gotta do this one-handed. Underside of the hood, everything's painted. And then we went and resprayed the firewall and the inside of the engine compartment and everything all black. So it kind of just blended in. Didn't really want to do orange there. So got to clean up the motor a little bit. But all the factory stuff mounted like we went through in the previous videos. And then little battery tray, that's fit in there. So the brake master. We still got more stuff to mount, but clean up some wiring from previous owner. But anyway, we're getting close. Do a little bit more here, get things wrapped up, finish interior stuff and the electrical, and then put the bed on and put it on the ground, and she'll be close to driving. So we're getting close on wiring. Got the battery hooked up, got it on a charger for now. And so we've went in and got all this level ride hooked up. You can see, so when I talked before, we had everything all hooked up now, the ECU and everything. We don't have it inside this compartment yet. We just have it all plugged in, and we're gonna test everything. So we're gonna be able to turn this on. It should kick the compressors on and do every initial thing, get everything all sorted, so then we can get this aired up, at least temporarily, get it off the jack stands, and then we can restart the truck, get everything, and start dialing in the level ride. Truck's on the ground, so we're gonna get power to the level ride. It'll kick the compressors on immediately to fill the tank, and then once it's full, we can cycle it a few times, just check everything. And then what we'll wanna go through is go through its calibration process with the level ride. And I guess before we do the calibration, we'll cycle it up and down a few times, and we'll work on the sensors, because they have a little bit of a micro adjustment in them. They got little slots so you can adjust the sensors. So go all the way down, make sure, well here, let me show you. I'll open this up here. Well, I gotta get power to it. So when we get power to it, then I can show you what we're gonna do about getting the sensors all aligned. and then we can go through the process on the app for level ride to get it all calibrated, and then the buttons, everything will work. So let's get it hooked up. Okay, powered. It didn't kick the compressors on because we've already got enough pressure in it from the inertial startup. There we go. We just had to kick it on a little bit to get it to register tank pressure. So here you can see down here we'll have tank pressure, and then here's all four corners. So see how these are all in the green? So when we want to lay it all the way out, now we got the truck all laid out. You can see that the back left is in the red, which means the sensor is just slightly out of adjustment. So we'll come back here, loosen that sensor up, and adjust it until it goes into the green. It's pretty easy. You just have to loosen the two little screws that are tapped in the frame, and then those holes are slotted in the sensor, so you can see there where it moves forward, where basically you're rotating it clockwise, counterclockwise. So we're just rotating that around until it's in the green, and then tighten it back up. And then what we'll have to do is we'll have to go back and lift the truck up and make sure that it still stayed in the green when we raise it all the way up, and it stayed in its range of motion between all the way up and all the way down on the sensor. So once we have this all dialed in, then we can just go ahead and do the initial calibration and it'll all be set up. We're back. We've been working on the Tacoma interior where we left off before. Didn't film a whole lot, it's pretty boring. Probably don't want to watch it anyway. But basically we went to the junkyard and found a rolled 0203 that had kind of a neutral gray color interior in it instead of the bluish. And so we stripped that whole truck out and we're gonna put it in this. And come to find out, there's quite a bit of differences in the interiors of those. So we're kind of working through that, but I thought I'd just kind of give you a once over. It's headed to a show tomorrow, the first show for it here locally. So we're gonna take it for a test drive, do some little things, and we got little things to work on it as we move on and drive it. But anyway, just thought I would wrap it up here, kind of show you how the truck turned out for now, and then we'll do a wrap-up video with all the features and go through and kind of summarize everything. But for now, this is what we got. Kind of wrapped up and looking pretty good here. Let's open this up, and actually we upgraded it to power windows. We will be able to do power mirrors, don't have those hooked up yet. Like this is the old wheel, so here shows like the blue color it used to be. We even put the new dash in it, which is like this gray color. Really nice seats. So what we found is different is the headliner. It's different over here in the trim, the way that these A-pillars and the extended cab, and they have a completely different headliner, and so this trim doesn't work out the same because the headliner like dips down instead of being tied up against the cab here. So we're gonna have to figure that out or go find the same color in a earlier one, or I don't know yet. Put a new carpet kit in it. If we can see back in here, we were talking about we were redoing all the wiring. So then in here, we haven't cut the carpet out yet, and put the panels in. Right now it's just covered over, but this is where all the level ride is under this seat in the extended cab, and then the wires ran through. So I'll show you more of that detail later when we get it all finished up, shortened all the wires. Just want to kind of do a little wrap up here and show you around. This is about ride height. It's about half travel on the truck. Looks good. It rides freaking awesome. I think it'll be pretty good. It'll be a fun little truck. Look at those, the old smoke tail lights. I couldn't do the original clear ones, so I got some smoked. Looks way better on this color, this copper color. So everything's looking good and clean on it. Turned out way cleaner than I originally thought it would. So I kind of like the little accent of chrome bumper on the front and the painted grille, blackout. All turned out real good. So just a real nice stock looking Tacoma with laying frame and 18-inch wheels. That's all we got for now. Thanks everybody for watching.